सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज अहं त्वा सर्वपापेभ्यः मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचः.
Sharadamma, good.
Hari Om, uncle. Sure, uncle. Mukunda Murari Govinda Gopal Mukunda Murari Govinda Gopal He Gopal Radhe Radhe Nandalal He Gopal Radhe Radhe Nandalal Radhe Nandalal Radhe Nandalal Radhe Nandalal Radhe Nandalal Sada Hridayavasi Yashodanandalal Sada Hridayavasi Yashodanandalal He Antaratma Jyoti Jyoti Nandalal He Antaratma Jyoti Jyoti Nandalal Jyoti Nandalal Jyoti Nandalal Radhe Nandalal Radhe Nandalal Radhe Nandalal Radhe Nandalal. Hari Om.
Yeah, you say.
राधे 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 श्याम राधे 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 श्याम गोविंद गोपाल राधे राधे श्याम गोविंद गोपाल राधे राधे श्याम राधे 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 श्याम राधे 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 श्याम गोविंद राधे राधे श्याम गोपाल राधे राधे श्याम गोविंद राधे राधे श्याम गोपाल राधे राधे श्याम राधे 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 श्याम राधे 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 श्याम गोविंद गोपाल राधे राधे श्याम गोविंद गोपाल राधे राधे श्याम.
Yeah, you sing.
श्री राधे गोविंदा मन भजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है गोपाला हरि का प्यारा नाम है नंदलाला हरि का प्यारा नाम है श्री राधे गोविंदा मन भजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है जय नंदलाला जय गोपाला मोर मुकुट सरगल बलमाला केसर तिलक लगाए केसर तिलक लगाए वृंदावन में कुंज गलिन में सबको नाच नचाए वृंदावन में कुंज गलिन में सबको नाच नचाए श्री राधे गोविंदा मन भजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है गोपाला हरि का प्यारा नाम है नंद लाला हरि का प्यारा नाम है। जय नंद लाला जय गोपाला। गरधर दागर कहती मीरा, सूर को श्यामल भाया, सूर को श्यामल भाया। गिरधर नागर कहती मीरा, सूर को श्यामल भाया, सूर को श्यामल भाया। तुकाराम और नामदेव ने विठ्ठल विठ्ठल गाया, तुकाराम और नामदेव ने विठ्ठल विठ्ठल गाया। श्री राधे गोविंदा मन भजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है। गोपाल हरि का प्यारा नाम है, नंद लाला हरि का प्यारा नाम है। जय नंद लाला जय गोपाला। नरसिंह खड़ताल बजा के सांवरिया कुरछाया, सांवरिया कुरछाया। नरसिंह ने खड़ताल बजा के सांवरिया कुरछाया, सांवरिया कुरछाया। शबरी ने अपने हाथों से प्रभु को बेर खिलाया, शबरी ने अपने हाथों से प्रभु को बेर खिलाया। श्री राधे गोविंदा मन भजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है। गोपाल हरि का प्यारा नाम है, नंद लाला हरि का प्यारा नाम है। जय नंद लाला जय गोपाला। राधा शक्ति बिना न कोई श्यामल दर्शन पाए, श्यामल दर्शन पाए। राधा शक्ति बिना न कोई श्यामल भक्ति पाए, श्यामल दर्शन पाए। आराधन कर राधे राधे कान्हा भागे आए, आराधन कर राधे राधे कान्हा भागे आए। श्री राधे गोविंदा मन भजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है। गोपाल हरि का प्यारा नाम है, नंद लाला हरि का प्यारा नाम है। जय नंद लाला जय गोपाला। सिमरन का रस जिसको आया, वो ही जाने मन में, वो ही जाने मन में। सिमरन का जस जिसको पाया, वो ही जाने मन में, वो ही जाने मन में। निराकार साकार हो तेरे भक्तों के आंगन में, निराकार साकार हो तेरे भक्तों के आंगन में। श्री राधे गोविंदा मन भजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है। गोपाल हरि का प्यारा नाम है, नंद लाला हरि का प्यारा नाम है। जय नंद लाला जय गोपाला। श्याम सलोना कुंज बिहारी, नटवर लीला धारी, नटवर लीला धारी। श्याम सलोना कुंज बिहारी, नटवर लीला धारी, नटवर लीला धारी। अंतरवासी हरि अविनाशी, लागे शरण तिहारी। अंतरवासी हरि अविनाशी, लागे शरण तिहारी। श्री राधे गोविंदा मन भजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है। गोपाल हरि का प्यारा नाम है, नंद लाला हरि का प्यारा।
Too long, too long.
हरि ओम गुरु जी।
Om. Sahanavavatu sahanau bhunaktu sahaviryam karavavahai tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vichravahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namah.
Hari Om.
Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Reva Param Brahma, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Vasudeva Sutam Devam, Kamsachanuramardhanam, Devaki Paramanandam, Krishnam Vande Jagadguru. Samasta Jana Kalyani, Niratam Karunamayam, Namami Chinmayam Devam, Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram, Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram. Yeah. There are always two types of people, the extrovert and the introvert. People who this is why you were dragging on the song, is it? For 20 minutes.
Actually, forgot it's a
Oh.
time for
This is what I written here, corruption. You see that? Everywhere there is corruption. Mhm. So the most successful people, what is their success? If they are successful, then they should never leave what they have achieved through success. If you are going to leave it, what is the use? How? If you are going to leave, what is the use? And does your success come without worries, without anxiety, without fear? The more you are successful, the more you are insecure, fear. Sit. You come already late and now you are disturbing us. Right? To my class, please come 5 minutes before. There are nice bhajans. You can leave early if you have work, because I may repeat. Otherwise also it doesn't matter. But from the first sentence of mine, it's important to your life. It's connected to life. If you miss the first 2-3 sentences, then you can't find the connectivity. So I have to start every time somebody comes late. You understand? So, and if these small things we are not able to maintain, spirituality needs high alertness, vigilance. Spirituality is not for people who have failed everywhere. It was for Arjuna, the most successful man. Right? So you have to be very alert, very vigilant. You have to be sensitive. These are all what I am telling are not condemning. You need these clues to correct. You need these clues. Right? Swamiji said, what is responsibility? The ability to respond to others' needs. You have to be sensitive to that. Anyway, doesn't matter. So, all of us, start living a life out of imitation. Or instincts. You do not know why you are doing something. People, maximum, most luxurious life you want to lead. Every 3 months, one global trip. Right? Everybody has 2 cars at home. Apart from Ahankar and Mamakar. Right? Everybody has 3 phones. Right? Many have only one husband, one wife. Right? All that put together, a luxurious house in 10 grounds in Poise Garden. You don't need more than, including for 2 generations, you don't need more than 1,000 crores. But people who are earning 30,000 crores, 40,000 crores get caught into all corruptions because they don't even know why they want it. Not only that, the very thing that you are providing for whom, it destroys them. There is no organization, they have made research, which has survived more than 200 years. East India distilleries, where is it? They have survived, they have researched. There is no rich man's family which has survived more than 200 years. Logic is simple. When I go yearn for my 10th generation, the 3rd generation man will think, I have enough, why should I work? Why should I work? So he gets rocked. You understand? That's the way in which we are working without even understanding why we are doing what we are doing. Does it mean you should limit yourself to your needs? I don't do. I'm 85. I teach Geeta. I'm a bachelor because no girl wanted to marry me. You understand? 85. Even now, I have specialized in losing in shares. And you talk to me after the class, real estate, I will talk to you. I am fully involved. I am fully involved into material life. I have no children. Why? As long as you are living, you have to produce maximum because God has given you those opportunities to share with others, not restrict. But it becomes a poison when you do it for yourself. It destroys you. When you do it for others, all the selfishness, agitations, insecurity comes out. You become a better and better man every day. You enjoy a greater happiness. Enjoy a greater happiness. So production is not a problem. Success is not a problem. Working is not a problem. Your attitude. If it is done for the ego, it only takes you closer and quicker to death. If you do it for others, it gives you immortality. But both ways, can a lethargic, sleepy man, both ways, can he get this or that? He cannot get material this thing, he cannot get spiritual thing. If you want both, you have to be dynamic. You have to be dynamic. You have to be this thing. So, because life is series of activity, as Gurudev defines. Gurudev says it humorously, the moment all actions stop in you, others around you will become active. Right? So action is the signature of life. These are all Gurudev statements. Right? So if you want the best of life, you need to produce maximum, totally dynamic, but see that what you do gives you security, joy, happiness, and not what takes away your peace, security. You understand? That is the difference. When you do for ego, you are all the time tuned to the body. It can only maximum take you closer to the hospital and then death. Ego can only do that. Worries, anxieties. Right? It can take you to hospital and then to death. Because ego, what is ego? My notion about me that I am the body is the ego. The notion about me that I am the body is the ego. And when you assume you are the body, what else will you experience other than sickness and death? When you assume you are the body, what else you are going to get other than sickness and death? So therefore, death is guaranteed. When you try to tune to others, see everything as the expression of God, see God in all, then you go beyond the body, you go beyond the occurrences, beyond the changing phenomena, and in that very process, you feel the presence of God, you reach immortality. Means is the same action. Means is the same action. Through one, you go nearer death. Through one, you gain immortality. Right? Action has not to be stopped. You were guilty if you say, I have enough, why should I work? You are a third-rate fellow. You are a third-rate fellow. This I has to be expanded. I doesn't stop here. I goes there, goes there, goes there, goes there, goes there, everywhere. You understand? I have to produce maximum. Therefore, this very science of action has to be understood. We just mechanically do. My neighbor has 3 houses, 7 cars, 2 children, 3 wives. I should have them. Right? Mechanical, impulsive, imitative. Where will you be happy? So therefore, the quality of life depends upon the quality of actions. You have to understand the science of action. What is action? What is not action? What is prohibited action? What is indispensable action? This in Sanskrit, it is all given in Gurudev's introduction. Right? Karma, akarma, vikarma, nishiddha karma. Right? All these you have to understand. And for what do you have to understand? Just to know you don't need any one of them. You are already full and complete and beautiful. You are acting not for wanting something. You are acting to express yourself, to give expression to your creativity, to yourself, to joy. It's a mere means of sharing love. It's a means of many of us Monday morning. Oh, Monday office. No, you should be joyous. Monday, today, from today I will be active. You go to sleep, not to sleep all the time. You go to sleep to rejuvenate and to be active next day. Weekends are given only for that. You don't try to stay in the weekends. You have to rejuvenate, and Monday you should joyfully go. This is the secret of action. There are three sculptors. You know, the press fellows. They go and ask him, one man, what are you doing? I am a laborer. Second man, he asked, I am earning for my family. Third man, he asked, I am building a temple. Same work. Same work. A man who says, I am laborer, he has no inspiration. He gets tired. A man who says, I am earning for the family, relatively better. But a man who says, I am building a temple, has all enthusiasm, has all inspiration, and he will never become tired. This is action. You need dynamic action, but you need dedicated action. And you need to go beyond the dependence of action and its results. You have to transcend them. You need the fan, is it? No, I think AC is not. You can put one fan. Yeah. No, only one. This you stop, but the Ferrari you put. Yeah. I don't want fans because I'm insecure. Fans will always leave. So therefore, this science of action, because that's life. Without inquiring, you enter into it. What happens if somebody enters a cricket field, ground, where they are playing cricket without knowing the rules of the games? He will be hit by the very first ball. He will be hit. Once you enter into a field, you have to know the rules of the game. If you want to conduct a birthday party, 3 months you start a list. Birthday party. You enter into life without without knowing even the fundamentals. Without knowing the fundamentals. I asked somebody, why did you get married? They said, after all, happiness is not the only goal of life. Understand? You have to know action, not for God. Karma yoga and all big terms. Why are we interested in karma yoga, jnana yoga, bhakti yoga, sannyasa yoga? You are interested in your life. Try to understand them. And then for contemplation, you use those words again and again, you can remember. You are stuck with the terms. Right? I'm interested in my life. Krishna is dear to me, not because of Krishna, because he gives me security and joy. Upanishad says this, Atmanastu kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati. Everything is dear to you because you love yourself, and they are all yourself, they cater to you. Let it be Krishna, let it be Rama. You understand? This should be very clear. Or a lot of women, the feminist Ayn Rand beautifully says, right? There cannot be altruism not based on self-interest. Altruism not based on self-interest is a myth. But you have to understand, it is this self-interest, the ego, that kills you. You need the self-interest, but that self-interest doesn't mean catering to the BMI. You have another dimension over which this BM and I rest. In sleep, you are not conscious of the body, you are not conscious of the mind, you are not conscious of the intellect, they have not buried you. You still exist. When you get up, everything rises from there. When you work, everything stays in that. When you go to sleep, everything merges into it. That's you. Yato va yamani bhutani jayante yena jatana jivanti yat pravishanti, into which everything enters. This self. From myself, my world arises, my world stays, into which my world goes back. Is myself, yourself different? My body is different, my mind is different, my intellect is different. But the existence consciousness is not different from anybody. They are all the same. In sleep, the experience of a beggar and a king are the same. If they feel the differences, they cannot sleep. When they go to sleep, they have to forget he is a beggar, he is a king. There only happiness comes. There only happiness comes. So I go on sleeping. Stupid. Wake up, but bring the state of sleep into every bit of your activity. What is the state of sleep? Knowing fully well the body, mind, intellect are my instruments. I use them. They are for me. I am not for them. I use them. You understand? So action is important, but action should be for the welfare of all. Why? Because I am included in the all. I am included in the all. If I do not identify with all, I identify with this body, it every minute is dying. I am earning a living. What do you mean by living? When we came to this house for today's class, I have gone nearer death 40 minutes. That's your living. I have gone nearer death 40 minutes. That's your living. Living is to know you are different from all the perishables. What you experience in sleep, that's the same in all. That's the same in all. In Bhagavatam, this story comes, Yama saying, when people were weeping for Hiranyaksha, death, he comes and says, the person who have been seeing whom you were relating is lying there. Why are you weeping? He is there. Oh, if you say, no, 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 there is something that you have never seen. The one whom you have seen is there. The one whom you have not seen is not there. For whom are you weeping? Right? So life is action. Quality of action makes the quality of your life, and that quality and quantity of action will come when you expand your ego. Don't say destroy the ego, expand the ego. Expand the ego. All this is me, me and mine. You understand? Not this alone. Even this was given by somebody. You understand? So these are the few principles of action which can make your life bubbling. Otherwise, karma yoga, somebody is suffering with these terms day and night. I'm trying to withdraw from the family, from all tensions, I tell them, your very effort to withdraw creates you tensions. Your very effort to withdraw creates more tensions. Withdraw from what? From family. Family is not God. Family is not God. If you can't see God in your own family, how will you see God in all? Withdraw from what? Sense control, self-control. Control is not to abstain. I have a perfect control over my driving. Doesn't mean car won't move. Control is not keeping quiet. Control is that where it does what you want it to do. Control over my body, my mind, my intellect, they should do what I want them to do. You understand? This is the secret of activity and beauty. Done for the sake of this body, perishes. Done for the sake of the totality, you rise yourself from body, mind, intellect, consciousness to the one who is common in all, and then you experience immortality. But dynamic action is the basis, then dedicated action. But there are also problems. You go to ashrams, you go to social service organizations, she must be connected with 100. Right? Social service organizations, ashrams, there are more politics than at home. There are more politics than at home. You understand? So dedicated activity also is not a solution. But that's first good step. Then you have to rise above that too. What gives sorrow in all these actions is the feeling, I am the doer, I am the enjoyer. I am the doer, I am the enjoyer. What are you doing? Doing with hands. Can your hands work without the life principle? Is the life principle you or the hands? If the hands, dead bodies' hands cannot move. It's the life principle. You are that. The life principle doesn't work. In its presence, everything works. Electricity doesn't rotate. Electricity doesn't give you light. Electricity connected with the bulb gives you light, connected with the fan gives you breeze. Electricity itself doesn't do anything. So also this consciousness. Without it, nothing is done. But it doesn't do anything. You are that. Therefore, you are neither the doer nor the enjoyer. The minute you feel you are the doer or the enjoyer, you have identified with the body, and that is death. The moment you identify with the body, that is death. That is insecurity. That is sorrow. So, dynamic action, dedicated action, then leave, I am the doer, enjoyer. Now, leaving. If when you are thinking you are leaving, that itself is an action. I am leaving. I am a sannyasi. That itself is an action. You understand? I am a sannyasi doesn't mean what? You are not. I see you are different, I am different. Where is my security? Where is my peace? I always feel you will disturb me. You understand? So you have to rise even by that. First step, dynamic. That, dedicated. Then leave the sense of agency and enjoyership. Then go even beyond that, because all these belong to the body, mind, intellect, and nothing to do with them. What are you? Alasasya dhurinaha, Astavakra Gita says, I am a doctorate in laziness. Alasasya dhurinaha. Alasaha means lazy. Alasyam, that's how it comes. Alasaha, lazy. Alasasya dhurinaha. I am Nobel laureate in laziness. I don't do anything. I don't do anything. This is the complete blueprint of action. Dynamic action, dedicated action, renounce the sense of agency, enjoyership, go beyond even that. Go beyond even that. How will you go beyond even that? I don't do this. In my presence, these hands work, legs walk, mouth talks. I have nothing to do with them. I have nothing to do with them. In my presence, they happen. I have nothing to do with them. How do they work? The vasanas. What are the vasanas? Vasana is fragrance, right? Vasana is fragrance. I come to your house. Suppose, don't get nervous, right? I come to your house. You ask me for joining lunch or dinner. I say, I've just eaten. You say, what? So soon? See, there is no food here, but there is smell. That's called vasana. Vasana is, no action is there, but its footprints are there in you. Its footprints are there in you. All these people are struggling. I should exhaust the vasanas. Exhaust the vasanas how? I should. I is there. Should is there. Exhaust the vasanas. Purpose is there. You are only adding vasanas. You are only adding vasanas. I have nothing to do. The body, the mind, the intellect, they are programmed by vasanas. They function. I am a witness. I enjoy everything. I enjoy everything. Direct path, straight path, simple path, doesn't depend upon another person or anything other than you. Direct path, simple path, doesn't depend on anything. It's not a journey. It's not a process. It is owning and living. Instantaneous. Instantaneous. And all of you, big lectures on vasanas. I have to exhaust, I have to do this, I have to do that. Example of a bottle. You have to clean the bottle. to eradicate the vasana. You clean the bottle. The clean bottle is kept for what? To fill it again with something. The clean bottle is kept for that purpose. So it is a continuous process. Whereas you detach and say, I have nothing to do, I watch the drama, instant freedom, liberation. Instant freedom, liberation. It doesn't depend on anything. The moment you get this knowledge, you cannot forget. Remembering this is enough. After that, you cannot forget that you are that and not this. It's complete. It can never happen again for you to go in wrong channels. They say, no, vasanas, I have to control senses. A man who feels the whole thing is a bluff, they are not real. God alone is real. Where will he have any taste for other things? Where is the question of your controlling? He has no taste. Whatever is there, it exhausts. Nothing new picked up. Whatever is there, it exhausts. New is not picked up. You have no value. No, I should exhaust my vasanas, karma yoga, clean myself, then do meditation. Meditation. It's all my creation. You are all talking Geeta, only quoting, Quoting Geeta, What does the 5th chapter say? Sanyasa sarva karmani manasa ya aste. One who has renounced all actions. Aste navadvare pure gehe naiva kurvan nakarayan. He remains in this 9-gated city, neither doing nor making others do. Electricity doesn't do or make others do. Naiva kurvan nakarayan. Shankaracharya says in his commentary, because, I don't act, I renounced everything. Shankaracharya says, that I is still there, These are the stories in Bhagavatam. They clearly give in simple stories the highest. 2 people, 2 stories. Bali was a noble man. Bali was a noble man. But he had ego. I can give anything to anybody. Anything to anybody. So Bhagavan came and said, give me 3 feet. He could not give. He could not give. Then he has to die. But since he is a good man, he offered the 3rd foot on my head. That means the very doer is given up. The very doer is given. His wife was quicker to know. She said, this God who creates and destroys as children create and destroy sand houses in beach. He does it for his pleasure. To him you say, I will give. To him you say, I will give. You understand? So all good intentions, good man. But that I was there. And that I was surrendered the 3rd foot. Then he was released. Another thing, the present Vaivasvata Manu is a Dravidian. All these people, these politicians, talks, Dravidian, Aryan and all that. They say, we are all Dravidians. You are insulting yourself because Bhagavatam says the whole world are Dravidians because they come from the Dravida Manu. Present Manu is Dravida Manu. They come from him. Everything is Dravidian. You are saying we are Dravidians and limiting yourself to this. His ego was, I can give protection to all. So Bhagavan came as a kutti fish. Then he said, protect me. He took in his hand, it became big. His hands could not put it in kamandalu, became big. Put in a tub, became big. Put in a pond, it became big. Then sea, it became 100 yojanas, 800 feet. You understand? Bhagavan said, where is you can protect? You need protection. I can protect all. You need protection. This is the sense of doership and enjoyership. You need protection. You understand? Give up all. What to do? Don't do anything. Oh, mind is worried. That's his job. Mind to worry is its job. Why are you interfering? Mind is worried. Mind is pulling me here and there. It's doing its job perfectly. Why are you worried? Why are you worried? In dream, several things happen. You are murdered also. Next day, do they arrest you? Or you go to police station and voluntarily say, I committed a murder in dream? Or you sit there, so many people died? Nothing. You know why? You just enjoy the show, you don't interfere. In waking, the same show Bhagavan is conducting vasanas, you interfere. This is called liberation. This is called liberation, to see all this, not me, I have nothing to do. Mano buddhi ahankara chistani naham nacha srotra jikve nacha grana netre chidananda rupa shivoham shivoham shivo. Understand? This complete understanding of action is renunciation. Sannyas. What is sannyas? You don't know what is sannyas. What can you leave? What is not God? Understand action. Perfect understanding is sannyas. Perfect understanding of action is sannyas. Therefore, that's the most important topic in spirituality. So, Bhagavan in the second chapter, having given the entire quick run through the entire subject, all 18 chapters, in the second chapter, he has given. And now the first step you need is to understand action. So he gave 3, 4, 5. Third chapter, dynamic activity. Fourth chapter, yajna, dedicated activity. Fifth chapter, karma sannyasa, going beyond all of them. Then what? Meditate. What meditation? Bring the mind to no man's land. Cut off thinking the past and the future. Past and the future. Live in the present. That's meditation. Sixth chapter. Meditate on whom? If I know, I don't have to meditate. If I don't know, I can't meditate. Meditation on whom? You need to know. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 are all meditation. 12th chapter is devotion. 13th chapter is jnana meditation. The 6th chapter meditation is only sitting, closing and eyes and training. The 13th chapter is the jnana method, vichara. The 14th chapter is the simplest, which was said in 13th also. How will you get liberated? You understand, 3rd chapter it says, 14th chapter it says, Guna guneshu vattanta. Guna, the qualities. My eyes wants to see nice things. And there are nice things there. Objects are also called gunas. My likes and dislikes are also gunas. The whole world are made up of only 3 gunas. Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. Whole world is made up of 3 gunas. They are all expressions of Maya. Maya is illusory and nothing but God. So gunas, my qualities, my eyes wants to see nice things. Nice things they are there, it sees. Guna, guneshu vartanta, I have nothing to do. I have nothing to do. Ears want to hear. Ears, its nature is to hear. Object is something outside. Here, ears are hearing that. I have nothing to do. Guna guneshu vartanta iti matva na sajjate. He doesn't get attached. Then in the 14th chapter, he says, Gunebhyah param veti. Understand me to be different from all the qualities and the objects. Gunebhyah param veti. So where is liberation? To know that you are not bound. As long as you think you need liberation, you will never get liberation. You were never bound as a spirit, and that's you. And that is you. When the topic is open, I wanted to tell this. Nobody is giving him an opportunity because they are so authoritative and assertive on what they are saying. So that is 3, 4, 5 chapters. We shall now start the text. My bluff is enough. Till what time is the class? 6:15 to 7:45, is it? Or 7:30?
6:30 to 8.
Huh?
6:30 to 8 we had
6:30 to
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock, is it?
We started at 6:20.
Oh, 6:30 to 8.
Yes.
Oh, that's why you were singing. I see. Sorry, madam. Sorry, madam. Sorry, I'll tell you, but no regrets. That's the nature. To be stupid is the nature. Why I feel sad about it? To do mistakes, to be stupid is the nature of the BMI. Sorry, I say only to make you happy. Oh, now I know why you were, yeah. 6:30 to
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock, okay. I am not responsible for the mistake. You see the message today she sent. Class is at 6:15. When shall I pick you up? So am I the guilty or you are the guilty? You said class is 6:15.
In the time. No, 6:50 to 6:30.
Anyway, let's go into the text. Read Gurudev's introduction to the 3rd chapter. What all I bluffed is there. What all I bluffed is there. Arjuna Vacha Jayasi Chet Karmanaste Mata Buddhir Janardana Tatkim Karmani Gore Mam Niyojayasi Keshava. Keshava means one who removes the klesha of others, sorrows of others. When Arjuna wanted to leave the battle, he said, no, you must act. Then he said, best is Naishkaryam, actionless state. When he wants you to go away, he said, act. Then he glorifies the state of actionlessness. And then he talks about bhakti in the Sthita Prajna portion, in meditation, samadhi, and all that. So Arjuna says, I am confused. I am. Sometimes you say action. Sometimes you say renunciation. Please tell me, maybe, Krishna, you have problems. 16,000 gopis not easy to manage. You are confused probably. Sit calmly, think and decisively tell me. You seem to be confused. Jayasi chet karmanaha te mata buddhi janardana. Janardana again the same meaning. One who removes the sorrows of the people. Tatkim karmani ghore mam niyojayasi Keshava. Because in the 2nd chapter, he glorifies the state of samadhi at the end. Janisha sarva bhutanam jagriti samyami. Yasyam jagriti bhutani sa nisha pashyato munehe. apuryamanam, achala pratishtam, all that is said in the second chapter, glorifying the state of a gnani. He says, that is the thing, I wanted that. You say, so no, you act. If you think that is superior to karma, jayasi chet karmanaha buddhi, buddhi gnana is superior to karma, tat kim karmane gore mam niyojayasi kesava, then why are you engaging me into this terrible action of killing people? Why are you doing that? He is asking. Then one more he is adding to his accusation on Krishna. Vyamisreneva vakyena buddhim mohayasiva me tadekam vadanishchitya yena sreyaha apnayam. Krishna, vyamisrena iva, that is called Shraddha Bhakti devotion. When you meet a teacher, you must have the faith. A teacher cannot ever do a mistake. The moment you have a doubt, wait for another teacher. You can discuss with him, nothing wrong. You can discuss with him, nothing wrong. You can also take classes, nothing wrong, but he is not your guru. If it's a guru, he cannot be wrong. He can never do wrong. How? He cannot do mistakes. He will not do, he cannot do. You know why? Guru offers himself to God. Whatever he speaks, God only speaks. Therefore, there will never be a mistake. There will never be a mistake. Right? And he said to Krishna, Shadhi mam tvam prapannam. Teach me, I surrender to you. So therefore, Arjuna is not doubting Krishna. Therefore, he says, Vyamisrena iva. Your thought is as though perplexing. It's not perplexing, as though perplexing. That's called Shraddha, faith. Guru cannot be wrong. Vyamisreneva iha buddhim mohayasiva me. You are deluding. That there also mohayasi iva, as though deluding me. You are not deluding. You are not perplexing, as though. You understand? Mohayasiva me tadekam vadanishchitya yena sreyaha apnayam. Decide which is the right thing, action or renunciation. Having decided, please tell me. Vadanishchitya. You first decide. You seem to be confused. You seem to be confused. You decide first and then tell me what I should do. Right? And then Bhagavan says, Sri Bhagavan Uvacha, Lokesmin Vividha Nishtha, Pura Prokta Maya Naga, Jnana Yogena Sankhyanam, Karma Yogena Yoginam. This is the debate again in the thing. I try to just give hints. There are no takers. I could not sell anything. Karma is a must. I was telling, leave everything. And I also gave a hint. Both are correct. Shastra accept both. Pravritti Marga, Nivritti Mata, both are correct. But both are not simultaneously with the same man. They are serial. Which is good, high school or IIT? Your son has gone to IIT. What was good, high school or IIT? Without high school, where he went to IIT? And because high school was very good, all teachers very, very good, stay only there. And you went to IIT, now you cannot say, I will sit in both. You can't say, I will sit in both. Karma, Pravritti Marga is accepted in Shastra. Nivritti Marga, Sannyasa is also accepted in Shastra. They are to be followed serially, not simultaneously, not for different people. You only At each time, as you grow different paths, it different people also okay. If somebody is mature, path of sannyas. If somebody is not mature, path of action. You understand? So both were there from time immemorial. Lokesmin, asmin loke, dvida nishtha. See, the Sanskrit is beautiful. Two paths. He didn't say two. Dvividha, twofold. Nishtha, singular path. It's a twofold path, singular. Right? Lokesmin dvividha nishta pura prokta maya anaga. He encourages Arjuna. You ask several questions. He says, no, that's the right way. Anaga, sinless one. Don't feel guilty. You have asked me questions. Right? I have said this earlier. When he will say in the 4th chapter, Krishna, Arjuna, there also he corners him. He says, I have given it to sun god. Sun god gave it to Ishwaku and all that. Then Arjuna says, you were born now. Sun god was there from time immemorial. How you can give it to sun god? Because Krishna is not Devaki, Nandana, Vasudeva Asta. Krishna is the all-pervading consciousness. He, in many forms, as a guru, has given this teaching to several people. So I have given this earlier. These both are correct. Both paths are there, Pravritti Marga and Nivritti Marga. Jnana Yogena Sankhyanam. For the Sankhyas who depend and who are adepts in logic, Jnana Marga. Karma Yogena Yoginam. For people who want to integrate Karma Yoga. Yoga means to integrate. Tomorrow is the World Yoga Day. You understand? To integrate the mind and intellect. What is integrating the mind and intellect? Yoga. We have 4 personalities. Body, mind, intellect. I have a body, I have a mind, I have an intellect. Therefore, I should be different from them. I. This I identifying becomes the jiva. I can stand even without identifying, that is the Brahman. I have the spirit, the body, the mind, the intellect. 4 personalities. Right? In that, body cannot do anything right or wrong. Both it cannot do. You have to do. It is dead. Spirit has nothing to do. Body doesn't do, spirit does. If at all there is any problem in your life, anything that has to be solved, it is through the mind and intellect. It is through the mind and this tackling the mind and intellect is called yoga. Where is the problem? Mind pulls somewhere, intellect tells you something, go to class, it's good. Next class I'll go. Today friends are coming, guests are coming home. Right? Guests are coming home. I have to go to a birthday party. Krishna is not in a hurry. He says, you wait. I am not in a hurry. Right? That's more important. Enjoy. When you get kicks, come to me. Because you go to a party, somebody didn't smile at you. You are worried the whole day. The person didn't even smile at you. Or somebody smiled. That person laughed at me. You understand? It's all your maya, your interpretation. This is your samsara, interpretation of things. Interpretation of things. That's the mind and intellect. Each one is again pulling in different direction. Mind wants party. Intellect says, go to Geeta. You understand? So there is a eternal fight in you. Husband and wife. Mind is man. Vyasa is partial. Intellect is feminine. Buddhi is feminine. Mind is, sorry, Buddhi is masculine. Mind is feminine. Buddhi is masculine. Vyasa is partial. All right. So these pulls are ever there. Full of mind is prayers, pleasant. Full of intellect is shreyas, good. Go to the path of pleasant, you will lose both ultimately, both pleasant and good. Go to the path of good, you will get both. You will get both. You will get both. You understand? So therefore, Shreyas, he says, please tell me what is Shreyas for me, what is ultimate good for me. I am confused. That's why you started Geeta. You are confusing me more. You are confusing me more. So Bhagavan says, Lokesmin Vivida Nishta Pura Prokta Mayanaga Jnana Yogena Sankhyanam Karma Yogena Yoginam. So this integration of the mind and intellect, that is to bring the mind under the influence of the intellect, is called yoga, meditation, integration. To bring the mind to listen to the intellect, to make the mind to listen to the intellect is called yoga. You understand? Arjuna was the ego, Jiva, mind, and Krishna is the intellect. When they both have integrated, what happened? Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Partho Dhanurdaraha, Tatra Sri Vijayi Bhuti Dhruva iti Matihi Mama. Dhruvan iti Matihi Mama. Where there is Yogeshwara Krishna, an intellect that is turned to God, that is called Yogeshwara. Yatra Partho, where there is a dynamic man willing to march the path of spirituality or life, both are integrated. There, victory has to be there. Victory has to be there. So therefore, that's called yoga, integration of the mind and intellect. So yoga is by the karma yogins, jnana margins, logic. Right? Reasoning. Reasoning not to impress others. Reasoning not to impress others. Reasoning for me to know what is real, what is not real, what is primary, what is secondary, what is subject, what is object. Understand? Na karmana manarambhat naishkarmyam purushoshnuti na cha sanyasanadeva siddhim samadhigacchati. Na karmana anarambha. By not merely starting action, you don't reach a state of actionlessness. Actionlessness, action is a product of ignorance. Why do you act? Because you have desires. Why do you have desires? Because you have inadequacies. Why do you have inadequacies? Because you feel you are the body. Ignorance of the spirit makes you feel inadequate. Therefore, desires, therefore, action. So, action is the fourth step from ignorance. So, action is nothing but ignorance. Action is nothing but ignorance. So, therefore, by abstaining from actions, you do not reach a state of actionlessness, because still the ignorance is there in you. As long as ignorance is there, you don't reach a state of actionlessness, because you are identified with the body. Body is acting. You are identifying with the mind. Therefore, physically you may sit quiet, but that's not an actionless state, because ignorance is still there. Ignorance is still there. And therefore, path of action, no good. Path of sannyas, he says, nacha sannyasana siddhim samadhigacchati. By merely renouncing, you don't gain the highest siddhi. What you have renounced? What is yours to renounce? What is yours to renounce? Body is yours, 5 elements. 5 elements. After death, ants will eat, aunties will discard. Right? What is yours? Body, mind, all gathered false knowledge. Mind, intellect. What is yours? What is yours? Only ego. Only ego is yours. Until you leave the ego, physically renouncing, going to Rishikesh or Siddhavari, you only become a nuisance for them. You don't get the siddhi. You go to Rishikesh, you were sitting under a tree. One day you went to tea, came back, somebody was sitting. Oh, this is my tree. This is my tree. Fight. You understand? You can sit there, ma. You can sit there. Because comfortably body, mind available is better. Okay. So therefore, yours is only the ego. Without renouncing that, physically leaving the home, that's escapism. Problems at home, so go back. Ashram you go, Kali Kambliwala has made kshetras everywhere, free food twice a day. Just you have to wear a dress, Kali Kambliwala, free food. Go there. Why struggle here? Escapism. No, that is not siddhi. You understand? That's not siddhi. Siddhi is where there is no sadhana. People are all talking about sadhana. Sadhana, effort. Self is not a product of sadhana because it is beyond time and space. It's ever siddhu, nitya siddhi. Nitya siddha vastu. Nitya siddha vastu. It only can be known in you. This is me, not through action. So by merely renouncing, you don't get siddhi. By merely leaving actions, you don't get actionlessness state. You understand? You have to understand them. What is that understand? He will tell. Why? Why through stopping actions I don't reach there? Nahikaschichanam abhijati tustati akarma krute karyate havasah karma sarva prakriti jair gunaihi. Not even for a split second, a man can keep quiet, his own vasanas go on making him act. No, these days they have put blankets here. If they put those mats, even listening here, you go on pulling. Because you can't keep quiet. You can't keep quiet. You understand? That's why many people, when they're restless in a class, nothing to this thing, but they want to do something, go on coughing. Understand? Nahi kaschit kshanamapi jatu tistatya karma krute karyate avashak karma prakriti jair gunai. You are made to act under your vasanas. So therefore, Naishkarmya, you don't get through abstaining from action. You are made to work. Then he says, Karmendriyani samyamya yaste manasasmaran indriyani indriyadhyepyah tasya indriyarthan vimudatma mityachara savuchyate. merely controlling the physical senses, karmendriyani, samyamya, keeping quiet to sit on meditation. Meditating on what? What is dinner? What are all the WhatsApp messages I would have got? What are all the things I didn't reply? What are all the things I didn't reply? Right? I had to sit in the night and see all of them. Mind is wandering everywhere. Mind is wandering everywhere. He says, such a person, physically keeping quiet, mentally wandering, mithyacharaha, hypocrite, is a hypocrite. Karmendriyani manasa niyamyaha arabhate arjuna karmendriyehi karmayogam asaktaha savishishte. Better than that man is fully, dynamically engaged in actions, but mind is controlling the senses. Senses are not pulling you in different directions. You decide this action should be done. You are doing it, not prompted by the ego, desires. Right? That is better than sitting in meditation. Karmendriyani samyamya niyamyarabhate arjuna karmendriye karmayogam asaktaha, detached. Detached. What is asaktaha? Detached. What is detachment? Detachment from the results. Results include not only money, name, fame, recognition, all. To be detached from that and acting. Detached and acting, that's far superior than to sitting quiet and mentally going all wrong. Right? Therefore, what you should do? Netam kuru karmatvam karmajyayo ya karmana sharira yatra picha. Yes, Pindriyani, I told. Netam kuru karmatvam karmajyayo akarmanaha sharirayatra na prasidyet akarmanaha. Since even the bodily existence cannot be, is not possible, cannot survive without action. That's what Gurudev said. When you are not active, others around you are active. Right? Since you have to act, therefore, don't say sannyas is to live action. But then what? Niyatam kurukat. Every minute, every second, there are certain things that you have to do. That you have to do. Do them. What you have to do? Do them. Niyatam kuru karmatvam. Why? Karmajyayo hi akarmanaha. Any day, action is superior to inaction. If you are not going to achieve anything through action, what else you know to achieve? What else do you know? Any day, action is superior to inaction. But, and now he says, the clue. Act you must. How to act? Yagnarthat karmanon yatra lokoyam karma bandhanaha tadattam karma kaunteya mukta sangha samachara. This is the fourth chapter. Yagnartham. This is the fourth chapter. Yagnartham. Actions done for the sake of yajna do not bind you. Do not bind you. Yagnartha. Yajna means done for the sake of sacrifice, means for the totality, for the others. For the others, or to integrate. Those actions don't bind you. Those actions don't bind you. So you have been given in charge of AMJ, Flats Association, Deepavali celebrations. You try to do your best. You try to do your best. Get worried also, agitated also, restless also. But after over, it's over. Some flaws, you are not going to sit and go on weeping and that. Done, gone. Because you are not dependent on the results. Your own house, Aryama got 1 mark less than the other fellow. He came first. But if God comes second, she's finished life. Right? Life is finished. Your own. If it is others, it doesn't bother you. That is why yajna. Yajna is a field to train yourself to become independent of results. Gurudev puts beautifully. It's not important what you get out of work. It's important what you become out of work. It's not important what you get out of work. It's important what you become out of work. This yajna is same karma only, but direction different for totality. Same medicine, poison. Poison is also a medicine. Poison kills, but given in proper dosage by a knowledgeable person, acts as a medicine. Recently somebody forwarded me. In the villages, they used to do it. Garam. Garam means visham. Sagara, that is it. Poison. When they lose hope, this man will not live. Last chance, they will try this garam. Poison. Give. Anyway, he is going to die. Sometimes it has a reaction. He may survive. In Madurai, I believe there is a doctor who has specialized this on cancer. Give poison. My brother sent me and said, forward it. I said, I won't. By the way, that man will die and then everybody will go to police station against me. I won't forward. Right? So, why this thing? Poison itself can become a medicine. What is your vaccine? The infection inside, that only you take it out and give it. The very thing that produces the disease, you give it. That's your vaccine. Bhagavatam gives this example. How forward they are, you see. Right? Vaccine example is there. Right? So that's working in the spirit of yajna. And Gurudev gives another example. A little one drop of poison can kill you. But 1 bottle you pour in the sea, nothing will happen because the sea is vast. So action, when it is spread through the totality, it cannot harm. Cannot harm. And now this yajna is going to explain. Saha yajna praja sruštva purovacha prajapatihi anena prasishadvam yaha anena prasishadvam yeshavaha tu ista kama duk. When Bhagavan created, he created with the principle of sacrifice. And he said, this will be your Kamadhenu, milk cow. This class is there, right? Now, Apurva didn't come by. He doesn't want to disturb the class. Mummy, because they are all doing the sacrifices, you are having the class. If they come once, they stop talking. You are here. Apurva and Mummy start talking. Family matters. You can't have the class. Any creative work can only happen where there is a sacrifice. Where there is a sacrifice. Without sacrifice, no activity, no creative activity can ever take place. What did Brahma do to create? He died. You know, Brahma in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad is death. Is death and hunger is Brahma, Hiranyagarbha. What he died? He was Brahman, the Immaculate, assumed a form, Brahma. Brahma also, maybe billions of years, but one day he has to leave that name. Therefore, he became the death and hunger. Right? Without sacrifice, there is no creation. What is creation? To destroy the previous condition, to create a new condition. That's called creation. Taha yajna praja susva purovacha prajapati anena prasishadvam yesha vospitta kamadu. Maintain the spirit of sacrifice. It will bless you with everything. Queue. People are standing in the queue. You just say, somebody comes, Pahle aap. Everybody will say, Pahle aap. You will stand there first. You start fighting. In between, 100 people will enter and you will stay there only. Right? Just learn this mantra, Pahle aap. See how beautiful life will be. Ishtan bhogan hivo deva dasyante yajna bhavitaha taihi dattan one either. Devan bhavayatanena te deva bhavayantuvaha parasparam bhavayantaha sreya paramarthastha. Whatever you want, devas give you. And you have to give them because devas need food. Why in temples, Bali? Devas need food. That's why they give you what you want, prayers. Because otherwise you won't come. You don't come, you won't give them naivedyam. They need food. So they give you whatever you want, you give them what they need, and both will survive. And in case you take from them, you don't give them, what will happen? Ishtan bhogan vo deva taihi dattan vo deva dasyante yajna bhavataha taihi dattan apradayebhya yo bhunke stena evasaha. They give you what all you want. And you don't in return give anything to society, God or anything. He says, you take something from somebody, you don't give it back. What are you called? A thief. Vyasa says this here. They give you what all you need. You don't give them back. You are a thief. On the contrary, in the yajna bhava, you do the yajna, serve all, whatever is left to you, you enjoy. Yajna shishtashinas santaha muchyante sarvakalvishai bunjate tu agam papa ye pachanti atma karanat. Yajna is collective activity. Yajna is collective activity. Right? Several people bringing all the things, pooling, everybody participating. That's called yajna. That's called yajna. So, and after serving everybody, what is left you eat. Then what happens? Through the yajna bhava, your negative things have come out. To that extent, you have become divine. You get the blessings. You march towards immortality. When you do work in the yajna bhava, take what is left to you without aggrandizing. Yajna shishtashinas muchyante sarvakilbishai. Sarvakilbishas, vasanas, they are all exhausted when you work in the spirit of yajna bhava. Living for others, right? Somebody asked Gurudev, oh, these shastras are too cumbersome. Can you give me the shortest way? He said, live for others. Paropakarattam idam shariram. Paropakarattam idam shariram. Bunjate tvagam papa ye pachanti atma karanat. One who cooks food for himself, he doesn't eat food, he eats only sin. Because it only destroys this man. Complete vasanas, more and more vasanas, more and more bondage, more and more death. One who cooks only for himself, he only enjoys death, sin. One who shares with others, his vasanas are free and he becomes God. There is a beautiful example Gurudev used to give. You know, when the Amrita came from this thing, it's not in the original, but for us to understand a point, Gurudev used to give this example. Amrita came. Vishnu wanted to avoid the Rakshasas. So he came as Mohini. But Gurudev makes a story for that. He says, all of you can take both Rakshasas and Devas, but you should not bend the hand. You should take without bending. These Devas said, we know this man always have a trick, and walked off from the parliament or assembly like our people do. They walked off. This man is cunning. They walked off. Gods had the faith. No, he cannot say something. This thing with the faith there. That's why I said, what is faith? To know that the Guru can never be wrong. He cannot be wrong. So they thought there is something in this. They walked off. They took that, right? Gave it to you. You took it, gave it to me. No bending the hand. Everybody gets. That's Yajna Bhava. And then glorifying the same Yajna, how it is there everywhere. Annad bhavanti bhutani parjanyad anna sambhavaha yajnat bhavati parjanyah yajnah karma samudbhava karma brahmodbhavam viddhi brahmakshara samudbhavam tasmat sarvagatam brahma nityam yajne pratishtitam. Beings come from food. All of us are nothing but essence of food. The food the father has taken becomes a seed, nurtured by the food. Mother stays, come out, everything, growth is food. When you die, you become food for the insects. This whole thing is nothing but food. Annad bhavanti bhutani parjanyad anna sambhavaha. From rain comes this food. Rain is conducive atmosphere. Food is anything that you need. Is food. Anything, not only the food that you eat. Right? So that can happen only through the conducive atmosphere. You can't grow food without rain. That is the conducive atmosphere. So parjanyad anna sambhavaha. How does the conducive atmosphere come? Yajnad bhavati parjanya. I told you, Mummy and Apurva not there talking. Therefore you are able to do. Conducive atmosphere is created by yajna. Yajna karma samudbhava. But all these have a basis action. A man who doesn't act at all, a lazy man cannot achieve anything. Karma brahmodbhavam viddhi. Action is brought by total mind intellect. My actions, my mind intellect. But in the yajna bhava, when you are living with the community, society, it's all created by the total mind. How is your interest created? How is your interest created in WhatsApp? Total mind intellect created that. You understand? Anything, cinema, everybody did, so I also. It's the total mind intellect. So action comes from the total mind intellect. Karma brahmotvam viddhi, brahmakshara samudvam. This Brahma, this total mind intellect comes from the Akshara, the imperishable Brahman. Tasmat sarvagatam Brahma nityam yagne pratishtitam. Therefore, that Brahman, what you are seeking, is ever there in all the yajna because they are all interconnected. They are all interconnected. So you want that as the goal. Do in the yajna spirit all your actions, you will reach there. You will reach there. Evam pravartitam chakram nanu vartayati haya aghayurindriya ramaha mogam partha sajivati. This wheel of action, if everybody follows, then they all gain the benefit. If somebody pokes into that, evam pravartitam Vikram na anuvat. He doesn't fit into that. He breaks the circle. What does he do? Aghayuhu indriyaramaha. His life is a waste, sinful, indulging. Mogham partha sajivataha. His life is a total waste, living in sin. Aghayuhu. Right? Living in sin. What is sin? That which can bring agitations in you, that which can make you dependent on other things, that which can make you slave life after life. These are all called sin. Yastu atmaratirev syat atmatruptascha manavah atmanyeva santushtaha tasya karyam. So, this action you were saying we should follow, that you should follow, you should do, again is a bondage. Again is a bondage. For whom? One who is involved, attached to action. He should take to this to get freed. But a man is ever free. Yogarato va, bhogarato va, sangarato va, sangavihinaha. He is ever free. Nothing to gain, nothing to lose, nothing to hug, nothing to reject. Him, these are no rules. Yagna, no yagna. He can do anything. He can do, undo, not do. Yes, atmarate syat atmatruptasya manavah atmanyeva cha tantushta tasya karyam. One who revels in himself, satisfied in himself, and contented in himself, tasya karyam nagdite. For him, there is nothing has to be done. Karyam is to be done. Karma is action. Karyam, this must be done. There are no rules for him because he doesn't want anything from you. Only when you want, he wants something from you, he has to do. He doesn't want anything from you. Naiva tasya krutenarthaha na kruteneha kachana nachasya sarva bhuteshu kachidatta vyapasrayaha. This is the direct definition of liberation. Naiva tasya krutenarthaha. He has no value for anything done in this world. Everything is stupid, false. Anything done in this world, all your achievements are false, lies, illusion, stupid. He doesn't believe in that. He doesn't want it. Right? Na akrutena kachana. Something not done is good. Sannyas. He has no value for that also. He has no value for action. He has no value for renunciation, not doing. He is above all. Right? Na chasya sarva bhuteshu kachidatta vipas. He doesn't depend on anything, on anybody for anything. That is liberation. That is liberation. Tasmad asaktaha karyam karma samachara asakta he acharan karma paramapnoti purushaha. Therefore, detached in the spirit of yajna, do all your actions. Asakto hi acharan karma param apnoti purushaha. Detached when you do actions, you shall reach the supreme. Why? You get cleansed, your mind becomes clear, you can feel the presence of God in you. Right? We'll see next week. After that, she is going to the mother's house. 4 weeks or 5 weeks, no class. I don't want to give a break because 3, 4, 5 are interconnected. Already 2.5 months break. Right? Classes. And now again 1 more month break. It's not good. Also, the subject is interconnected. Therefore, I said next week we have finished the 3rd chapter. After that, till she comes back, the classes will continue online. The classes will continue online. Om Purnamada Purnamadam Purna Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamavaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.
ॐ श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरवे